I do have a son. Oh, sorry.
How old is he?
He is 4.
Okay.
There was 8 balloons. They popped 32. The whole room damn near turned into Afghanistan. The stepdad era is officially over. More men are waking up, and you love to see it.
So I have a quick question for you. If a plane crashes, where do you bury the survivors?
What would I want?
If a plane crashes, where do you bury the survivors?
I think I'd have to eat them.
You have to eat them?
Greetings, fine shit. Greetings, fine shit.
Oh,
Do you have a husband?
I do not.
Can I get your digits?
I
You're fine shit.
that's very kind. I didn't expect this is the nicest. Well, sure.
Well, when it's a
Bro, this girl damn near lagged out. But I'm not gonna lie, she low-key has a sleeper build. She is thicker than a bowl of oatmeal. And gentlemen, this is the type of woman you want. Humble and appreciative. And you can tell she's been out the game for a while.
Why do all girls think that they're fat? Except for the fat ones.
What's up, bro? How you doing?
You ain't no man, is you?
You want to find out?
Hell no. Hell no, cause what if you is? I'm gonna be in a hell of a situation. Yeah. Nah, why your voice deep, baby?
Would I be here if I was a man?
You sure right. Yeah, well why your motherfucking voice so pretty as you?
What was that?
Man, get her out of here. Man, why her voice so deep, nephew? Why she growling? Why she doing that shit?
It's part of me.
Oh, hell to the no. That's a freaking dude. He better show the birth certificate because nowadays, these freaking transformers are everywhere.
Meanwhile.
What the fuck?
If you flash the camera, we'll pay you $100. No. Oh, I'm sorry. Is this your boyfriend?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay. We're celebrating Pride Month with titties.
I don't fucking care.
Oh, so you don't support gay people?
No, I don't.
I 100% support the girlfriend, and I 1,000,000% support the boyfriend. We don't buy into that LGBT community. All of them need Jesus.
Haram.
Does God love me?
Yeah, God loves you.
Then that's all that matters.
Well, listen, if your parents love you, but you make a decision to go do something illegal and you get thrown in jail, it doesn't matter if they love you or not, you're still in jail. So if God loves you, but you do something that separates you eternally from Him, it doesn't matter that He loved you because you chose to do something that eternally separated you from Him. So yes, God loves you, but just because you're loved by God doesn't mean you're going to heaven.
But your shoes are...
You probably touched a kid. Holy projection. What? But I'm not gonna lie, I love how she actually listened to him though. That lady at the end thought she was gonna eat with that one.
Why are you wearing a cross on your neck?
Because I don't see a cross as religious, so...
Okay. Just like you don't see a marriage as religious.
I don't think that a marriage...
have meaning. This is why it's like we're out of stage. We're like, what is a woman? Because they just go, well, we're going to call it a marriage, but we're going to sleep with other people. We're going to bring in... We're going to outsource raising the kids, or we're never going to have kids. You're calling it a family. It's not a family, and this is what it is. The words have no meaning, right? I'm wearing the cross. Why? I don't know. I don't think of it as religious. Okay, well, Jesus Christ died on the cross.
You think that.
That's what you think.
Wait.
That's
It's
what
been
you
proven.
think. So
It's
why
been
are you wearing the
proven.
cross?
And
Because I think it's
sex
cute.
worker is
You
a
just think that
more-
the design is cute.
Yeah. Better term.
Wait, really
I
quick.
grew up
Hold on.
Catholic. I was religious, and I'm not
Prostitution,
anymore. I
being
don't have to
called-
believe in what you believe, and I can say that if
I didn't
somebody's-
say you had to believe. I asked you a question.
But
I
you're
said, why are
telling
you
me,
wearing the cross?
Okay, and you're saying that the religious aspect of marriage is the only thing that matters. It's not, because people don't follow what you believe.
Okay, I asked you why you're wearing the cross, and you said because you thought it was cute.
Yeah,
I'm
and I
glad
did.
we got an answer. She's wearing the cross around her neck because she thinks it's cute.
Having
Would you wear like a
respect and
yarmulke 'cause
tolerance.
it's like
So I'm
cute?
just like wondering if you
I'm
think
asking
it's
if would you wear a yarmulke? 'Cause it's cute.
I think those are very
Oh,
different
are you talking
things.
like
Why is the
blasphemy?
cross
saying-
different from the yarmulke?
I'm just
I mean, I was
asking-
raised Catholic, and that's just
Would
not
you
something
wear
that
a
I believe
yarmulke
anymore.
if you thought it was cute?
No, I wouldn't. I mean, a yarmulke is completely different than
No,
a cross
it's-
that's been
it's not.
adapted
They're
into
different.
A cross is always associated with Jesus, point blank, period. You know what's crazy? Only Christianity is allowed to be mocked. I wonder why. The level of IQ of this one is below hell's surface. This girl has 2 brain cells and they're both fighting for 3rd place. I swear, these modern women cannot be helped.
How many genders are there?
2.
What are they?
Male, female.
What about the people that say there's like 20 different types?
Well, there's 2 genders and a near infinite number of mental illnesses.
Gender dysphoria of the type that you described is relatively rare, but if you leave kids alone till they're 19 or 18, 80 to 90% of them settle into their biological identity, although about 80% of them are also homosexual in their orientation. The pathway for him, before this was all politicized, was you'd have a child who was gender non-conforming temperamentally, somewhat like you were. You didn't have a pattern of female interests, and then prone to depression and anxiety, and then that combination would produce this gender dysphoria, and that would become quite intense around the dawn of puberty. But if you just backed the hell off and waited, those kids would settle into their body, but generally adopt a homosexual orientation.
Kids need to be loved by their parents, not lied to by their teachers and politicians. Like the age-old song goes, "Hey teacher, leave those kids alone." And to all you trans people that say you're not mentally ill, then why do you guys do this?
This is the second shooting involving a trans-identifying shooter who specifically targeted Christians and Catholic kids. What kind of consequences do the gender-affirming therapists, doctors, or even the parents of these shooters face after these types of shootings?
Well, as for the parents and potential therapists in this case, again, all of that is still currently being investigated by the FBI. I know the Secretary of Health and Human Services this morning said that HHS is investigating perhaps links between some of these drugs and these prescription drugs that some of these minors may be taking and an increase in violence. Obviously, we have mental health problems in this country that this administration and Secretary Kennedy will continue to speak out about and the work that we're doing to solve it.
Well, look on the bright side. At least everyone's starting to realize the real problem. Parents and doctors need to be held accountable, point blank, period.
You think we should find a cure for transgenders?
What kind of cure? What do you mean? Like
I have an idea for a cure. I don't think we can do it though.
Okay, I want to hear your idea.
Of these barmaids?
And guys, this is every father's worst nightmare. I pray to God that your son doesn't turn out like this.
I want to say it, but they got a video. I'm not trying to fuck up the pod. They got a video out. Speaking of the basketball niggas, with D Wade.
Nope. Oh. Ew.
Teaching Zaya how to dribble.
He asked me which way I liked it. I told him I like my shit to say.
With his ass. Oh shit! Oh my god! Nope. Man, shut your.
Okay, why is she throwing my ex out like that? And I'm not gonna lie, she needs to do this to this next girl. Take a look.
Your last breakup, was it your fault or theirs?
It was both. We were together from very, very young. I don't know, you just evolve over time as you get older, and it was like more of a thing of like, oh, I want more for myself. And I realized that the person I fell in love with when I was younger just wasn't really who I was anymore.
Was it hard to end the relationship?
Yeah, it was super hard because he was a great guy, amazing person. I had to mourn the loss of like an 8-year relationship, which was really hard for me. And I spent a lot of time crying, a lot of self-reflection, and a lot of therapy.
Did you ever doubt your decision?
I did at some points, especially when I had family telling me you should just get back with him and like try to make it work. And I knew for myself that's not what I wanted and what was meant for my life anymore. And so I had to just stay firm on my decision.
What was something that you learned about yourself?
I learned that I hold on way longer than I should, that it's okay to appreciate what has been and to love what's to come as well.
What advice would you give to someone who's still in a relationship just for the convenience or the comfort of it?
And I think that's what really got me to make that decision, was like really sitting like, is this something that I really, really want? That's a really hard decision to make. And so having a therapist that can help really reflect and dissect every little part of what you're feeling and what you're going through is really monumental.
Can I have your name and where you're from?
My name is Heather and I'm from New York, but I am Dominican.
Now, if we conduct a CSI, a cheek-slaying investigation, and to translate this in the language of the woman needs, what she's trying to say is she cheated. She looks like the image of unaccountability.
Women are something else. You know, I don't like to talk about them for long, to be honest, because they always leave me with a strong depression. Let's keep going. What do you think about? It's just true. I don't know. I got in my feelings.
I thought there was a question following.
No. That was just facts.
Straight statement.
Yeah, that was just real life. What do you think? This is my question, because this is something that, and it gets kind of weird. I'm gonna have to.
How y'all doing tonight, guys?
Get the fuck away from me!
God bless y'all.
Now, gentlemen, this is how you want your girl to act. Her man watching this like,
but wait, there's more. Why should a guy date you?
Well, I put them as my #1 priority, loyal, and I don't entertain any other guys. They have my full attention.
And you think a man values loyalty the most in his woman?
Yes, 100%.
Why would a man want that?
Because why does a man want a girl that talks to 50 million other guys?
So if we were dating and then you had a guy slide in your DMs and he said, hey, you're beautiful, how would you respond to him?
Wouldn't.
You wouldn't tell him, sorry, I have a boyfriend, nothing?
I wouldn't respond at all. I'd send it to my boyfriend and I wouldn't respond at all.
What gives you that mentality?
Because I want the same respect. So I'm going to respect them to have that same respect in return.
So you're a man, if a chick DM'd him, he should act the same way?
Yes, 100%.
What if your man was like a gynecologist and he worked on a woman all the time? Would you feel a type of way about that?
If he gave me a reason not to trust him, then yeah. But if he gave me every reason to trust him, then no.
Gentlemen, unfortunately, this model has been discontinued. This is what I call seeing a Bigfoot riding a unicorn, because seeing a girl like this is rare. Now, gentlemen, here is a good girl checklist that you must check off. And if she doesn't have these traits, she is a cream gobbler. Gentlemen, #1, loves her father. 2, shy. 3, enjoys cooking healthy food. 4, natural hair color. 5, soft, clean feet. 6, doesn't curse. 7, doesn't need alcohol to have fun. 8, no leopard print. 9, no tattoos or piercings. 10, no Vans. Now, guys, if your girl has at least 7 out of 10 of these attributes, she is a Bigfoot riding a unicorn. Now, if she does not have any of these attributes, you'll end up like this guy.
I have called you 5 fucking times. 5 times. This is the shit that pisses me off. I don't want to hear you had your fucking ringer off because you already know how that situation goes. If I call you, you don't fucking answer. That's the shit that pisses me off. Now, if there was a fucking emergency, you got your fucking ringer off and you can't hear shit.
I think social media has made people feel like everybody wants to date me. Do you see how many likes I got on my picture? Do you see how many people are in my DMs? But interest doesn't necessarily mean value. Just because someone is interested in you doesn't mean they necessarily value you or they actually want to date you. They might just want to smash you. So if we're honest about what it is, most people are getting a lot of attention, but that doesn't mean that they're getting a lot of respect. There aren't that many people that truly value you. And here's the thing, value shows up in consistency, not curiosity. Anybody can click a like, slide into your inbox, or throw you a compliment when they're bored. But will they invest in you? Will they show up for you when it's inconvenient, when there's nothing in it for them? That's the difference between attention and actual care. Social media creates this illusion of abundance, like you've got options everywhere. But the truth is, real options are rare. Real connections are even rarer. And if you can't separate the noise from the real thing, you'll confuse validation with love.
With social media, it has turned a lot of the modern women into 49ers. 4s that think there are 9s. And social media has absolutely ruined the dating game. Now, ladies, let me make this abundantly clear. Yes, a lot of guys are going to give you girls attention because they want to clap cheeks. But to be honest, they have no real interest. And this girl in the next clip is exactly what I mean. And you don't want to be like this girl.
Are you married?
No.
Do you want to be married?
Yes.
Do you want children?
Yes.
Do you think your husband will be a musician, an actor, or an athlete?
Probably. I'm serious. Probably. Those are the men that I've dated.
How old are you?
29.
No.
I don't know. I mean, I have a pretty good resume.
of dicks, yeah.
Yeah.
Resume,
like my book is nice.
Yeah, your roster of dead dicks is nice, but you got no wedding rings.
No.
Because you're a side chick.
No, I've actually been proposed to before. And
is it before or after the orgasm?
I actually, the funny thing is, the one guy who proposed to me, I didn't have sex with him.
Now, was this, and all joking aside, but
yeah,
was this when you were in college or was this after college?
No, I was about 27.
And
when I was like about 2 years ago.
And did he play professional sports or like Canadian basketball? Or
no, he played in the NBA.
And okay, and if you turned him down, why?
Because he had 7 kids with 6 different women. And I didn't
You
want to
can't
be
make
the
this
wife
shit
dealing
up.
with
You
that.
can't make this shit up.
I didn't want to be the
So
wife.
why in the hell would you deserve what you get? That's why we laugh at women like you.
This girl wants the top 5% of men. She wants athletes, musicians, and actors. But she also expects to be the only woman in their life. Sweetheart, you are just a side piece. Now, ladies and gentlemen, on that note, that's it for today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Avoid child support. Well, one thing you can do is fake your death. Over 500,000 people go missing every single year. Why can't it be you? Or lead a country, but don't go to a place that the U.S. You need to go to Pakistan, North Korea, or Russia. Or go to prison. In my state, if you locked up for over 180 days, you don't owe that. Or hook your baby mama up with a and then tell CPS. Or take the lug nuts off of her car, and then when she crashed, you file neglect charges. Or get the kid locked up. If the government cares so much about child support, make them pay for that while he in juice. Or, as a last resort, get you a lighter and hold the button down so the fumes are coming out. Put a rubber band around the lighter so that the button stays down. Toss that in your baby mama tailpipe. And then when she start up the car, boom, you got full custody. Game is game.
This train is bound for Doraville Station.